The year 2020 has been good to the billionaires of the world, with the super rich benefiting from the crisis because they had the idea to buy more company shares when equity markets around the world were crashing. When the global market bounced back, the value of their shares skyrocketed. Jeff Bezos' wealth increased by the billions, and many news outlets predicted he would become the world's first trillionaire. It's kept his title of the richest man in the world safe until now. Just 3 days ago, Bloomberg announced that Elon Musk far surpassed Bezos' net worth, and he has now become the richest man in the world. How did he manage that? Well, it's been a long time coming. In the year 2020, shares of Tesla went up by 800%, and it's all thanks to Musk's brand new gigafactory in China, churning out Tesla cars faster, and the fact that demand for electric vehicles is expected to surge in 2021. So him surpassing Jeff Bezos isn't much of a surprise, really. And of course, Tesla isn't the only thing he's working on. Elon Musk has diversified beyond cars and into AI, the human mind, and even outer space. All of these ventures made him the richest man in the world, but will they grow fast enough to reach Musk to the trillion-dollar finish line before the king of e-commerce? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at how Elon Musk managed to pull ahead of the richest man alive and how he's going to beat Jeff Bezos to the trillion-dollar crown sooner than you think. Before we begin, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified every time we upload a new video. 3 days ago, Bloomberg announced that Tesla's shares rose by 7.9% to $816 from just $98 last year. The massive surge in pricing pushed Elon Musk's personal wealth to $185 billion, since he owns 20% of Tesla shares. Now, there could still be hope for Bezos, right? After all, with lockdowns still in progress across the world, people continue to rely on Amazon Prime, and it could bump up Jeff Bezos' net worth to $1 trillion. But Elon Musk, because he has diversified his interests, stands a real chance of beating him to the finish line. Collectively, the world's richest added about $931 billion to their personal net worths. Now the top two richest men in America, and in fact the world, are Elon Musk in first place and Jeff Bezos in second place. The two of them alone increased their net worths by a staggering $200 billion last year. That's more than the GDP of 139 countries. Sure, Bezos has his own space program called Blue Origin, a company which is aiming to commercialize space travel and is working with the Department of Defense. With the space industry estimated to reach $1 trillion in 2040, it's definitely good money for Bezos. But something tells me that's not going to be enough. SpaceX sent the first private spacecraft into heliocentric orbit, and they were the first company to autonomously dock a spacecraft to the International Space Station. They're also the first private company to send humans into orbit, but they've got other tricks up their sleeve. Called Starlink, SpaceX's initiative aims to place 12,000 satellites in the form of constellations around the Earth, providing high-speed internet to the entire globe. And who doesn't want that? 60 of them have already been launched, and once all 12,000 are up, Elon Musk stands to make even more money to add to his net worth. Well, that's not entirely accurate. For starters, Elon Musk doesn't earn a paycheck or cash bonuses from any of his companies. He receives options instead, depending on their success. But without that extra help, in 2020, he managed to surpass Bill Gates with ease, and the difference in their net worths will only continue to grow since Tesla is performing better than ever, and Bill Gates is looking to give all his money away. So just how rich is Elon Musk? It's all very well to say he's the richest man in the world, but what does that mean? Let's put things into perspective. Elon Musk spending $1.35 million is like the average American spending $1. He is so rich that he's worth most American companies and could flat out buy big players like Starbucks if he wanted. His net worth is higher than some banks too. His $185 billion beats Wells Fargo's $113.08 billion, and his wealth will only continue to grow. Right now, if Tesla does a good job of maintaining a $100 billion market capitalization for 6 months, Musk will be eligible to receive options to buy 1.7 million more Tesla shares. They're already far past that mark, resting comfortably at a market cap of $830 billion. What's great about this is that Musk actually predicted back in 2019 that Tesla would reach his $500 billion goal when his concept of autonomous cars takes off, and clearly his investors believed in him. If it's already worth $830, how much will it be worth when self-driving cars actually hit the market? It definitely won't be long. After all, Tesla's market cap more than doubled from $54.6 billion in 2018. They move fast. Right now, Tesla's up there with the likes of Google, Microsoft, and of course Amazon. Looking a little ahead of 2021, each share will be worth $3,606, and Musk will be eligible for 20 million shares, bumping up his net worth by an extra $66 billion. Even when he does make that money, though, it's safe to assume that he would reinvest the options in his other companies, just like he does now. Musk doesn't spend on yachts and paintings, nor does he have bitcoins or shares in big companies like Apple or Amazon. After all, why would he invest invest in his competition. The only person he invests in is himself. An initial investment of $100 million to start SpaceX has given him a return of $15.3 billion. Soon enough, SpaceX will hit $100 billion in market cap once Starlink is up. He spent another $100 million on Neuralink, a neurotech company developing an implantable brain-machine interface. What that means is this machine has an ultra-high bandwidth that connects you to your devices, so you can use your iPhone or click your mouse without any physical movement. That could be either very scary or very cool. It depends on if you've ever seen any sci-fi movies. But it has some real benefits too. It can cure neurological conditions like Alzheimer's, dementia, and spinal cord injuries. The surgery to implant the machine in your brain is supposed to cost between $10 and $20 million, and the operation is carried out by a robot built by Neuralink. OpenAI is another one of his ventures, and it aims at creating friendly and helpful AI. Basically, kind of make them so they don't try to take over the world. Even Microsoft invested $1 billion into the company in 2019. If two technological mega giants think a robot uprising could happen, maybe it's a good thing we're doing something about it. His other venture, the Boring Company, started out as a joke, but the money it makes is no laughing matter. It is valued at $920 million, and SpaceX holds 6% of this company too. Their new project of building tunnels with moving pods under the Las Vegas Convention Center will only fetch the billionaire more money, and if it's successful, the tunnels will be extended to the Las Vegas Strip. Good thing too, because it means you'll beat the weekend traffic. To beat the traffic, the Boring Company is also working on building a high-speed transportation tunnel that runs under the freeway from Los Angeles to Seattle. But there's a catch. You can only use the tunnel if you have a Tesla or an electric car. It doesn't sound like it would bring in profits because, after all, electric cars are not all that common yet, but Elon Musk estimates it would make $5 for every $1 he spends on the project. Given his 90% equity in the company, he stands to make a lot of money. As if that isn't enough, SpaceX is also working on the Hyperloop, a levitating train that can take you from Los Angeles to San Francisco in about 35 minutes. The project costs $6 billion, and while it's hard to estimate how much money this will make him in the long run, we can say that the Hyperloop will make a lot of lives easier, and people are always ready to pay for convenience. It's probably clear by now how much growth potential Elon Musk's ventures have compared to Amazon. Many have projected that Jeff Bezos will be a trillionaire by 2026, but Bloomberg's recent announcement tells us that Elon Musk will beat him to it, and with ease. After all, he passed Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, and Mark Zuckerberg in a little over a year. With all of them out of the playing field, it's just Bezos and Musk battling it out. Given all of Musk's ventures and the speed of which he has overtaken Bezos, it's not a stretch to assume he'll reach the $1 trillion mark. But while Elon Musk is undoubtedly among the wealthiest, he remains humble and works on making the world a better place. Whether it's giving mankind a chance to be an interplanetary species, making the Earth greener with Tesla, or even giving a solution to neurological disorders. He's currently not even taking payment from Tesla, and he won't be for the next 10 years. He recently went on Twitter to announce that he's also selling his mansions to focus on the Mars mission and Tesla, and he's known to sleep on the floor of the Tesla factory. And while he isn't in the business for the money, we can't think of anyone more deserving of being the world's richest man and for earning $1 trillion. What do you think? Could he actually become the world's first trillionaire? Let us know in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the like button and check out others over at the King Luxury channel. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.